Yeah. Hello everyone. This is K Nagaraju, contract lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering, Government Polytechnic for Women, Nizamabad. Today topic is the functional block diagram and the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The functional block diagram and the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. In the previous class, we discussed the evaluation of microcontrollers, the features of 8051 microcontroller, like the evaluation, like Intel company and Atmel and PIC, different manufacturing companies, they have developed the microcontroller IC chips, and they are having the families. The Intel, they are designed the 805152 and 8031, like and also we are discuss the applications and advantages of the different families of microcontrollers. And here and also we discuss the features of 8051 microcontroller. In the features, how many number of pins, and what are the blocks, and what are the register banks, and how many pins, what is the data memory and program memory, internal memory, external memory, all this discussed in the earlier class. Now today, in this particular objectives for today class, on the completion of this class, you should be able to know the simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller and the basic operation of 8051 microcontroller, and the functional block diagram of 8051 microcontroller, the working of various blocks, and also discuss the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The block diagram of 8051 microcontroller, if you are observe each block in this particular diagram, the architecture, one of the important topic and important discussion in a microcontroller programming. Here, one well-known block is the CPU, the central processing unit, and also we are having the address and the data bidirectional um, buses, along with the crystal oscillator here, and bus control, the four input output ports. The ports are P0, P1, P2 and P3, and also the serial ports are serial port block is there, that are transmitting of data and receiving of the data. And also here the counter and inputs, we are having the etc, the timer 0, timer 1, and the on chip RAM, the on chip ROM for program code, and interrupt control and external interrupts. This is the architecture of 8051 microcontroller. The major blocks, the simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. In this, the major blocks are CPU, the oscillator unit, the bus control unit, the input output ports and serial port, and the counter and inputs, on chip RAM, on chip ROM for the program code, interrupt control and external interrupts. Here we are discussing the elaborate discussion about the 8051 architecture. Here the various internal units of 8051 microcontroller. The central processing unit. The central processing unit contains the number of registers and perform the various arithmetical logical operations on bit type and byte types, and controls the operation of total microcomputer system and on-chip RAM. Here the central processing unit, it contains the registers, the number of registers, and perform the various arithmetical logical operations on the bytes or bit type or byte type, and controls the operation of total microcomputer system. And here next one is the on-chip ROM. The 4 kilobytes of internal program memory, the CPU fetches the instruction from this and execute them. The on-chip ROM, 4 kilobytes of internal program memory, the CPU fetches the instructions from this and execute them. And on-chip RAM, the on-chip RAM, the 128 bytes of RAM used for storing the data, another 120 bytes of RAM used as a special function registers. The on-chip RAM, 128 bytes of RAM used for storing the data, another 128 bytes of RAM used as a special function registers, SFRs. And parallel ports, the 4 8-bit parallel ports used for interfacing parallel input output devices. The 4 8-bit parallel ports used for interfacing the parallel input output devices can also be used as 32 individually addressable input output lines and have multiple functions. The serial port, the full duplex universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter supporting the serial input output devices, and it operates in 4 different modes. And interrupt control, it receives the interrupts from 6 different sources and manages the priority among the various interrupts. That means the interrupts are executed based on the priority. The interrupts are received from 6 different sources. 6 different sources. And permits enabling and disabling of interrupt individually. This is the discussion about the interrupts. And timers. The two separate 16-bit timers, the timer 0 and timer 1, can independently operate as timers or counters and operates in 4 different modes. Oscillator, it supplies system clock and bus control. It provides the system bus, address bus and data bus and control buses, and controls the flow of information on the buses. With the help of buses, the CPU communicates with the various peripheral and interfacing devices. The bus control, it provides the system bus, it provides the system bus like address bus, data bus and control buses, and controls the flow of information on the buses. With the help of buses, the CPU communicates with various peripheral interfacing devices. This is the functional block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. That is the functional blocks of the 8051 microcontroller. Here the oscillator, And here we are having the ports drivers with the port latches. The port 1 in the down we are having the port 1 latch and port 1 drivers, and port 3 latch and port 3 drivers. And here in the left side we are having the timer and control, the instruction register and PSW. Here I am showing with the help of pen. Yeah, this is the oscillator unit, and here the port 1 driver, here the port 3 drivers, and port 1 latch, the port 3 latch. Here the timing and control unit, the instruction register, and here the program status word, arithmetical logic unit, the temporary register 1, temporary register 2, the accumulator register, the B register. In the left side we are having here the oscillator unit and the port 1 driver, the port 1 latch, the timing and control, and instruction register, the program status word, the arithmetic logic unit, and temporary register 1, temporary register 2, temporary register 1, temporary register 2, and accumulator and B register. And here the port 3 latch and port 3 driver. In the right side the program address register, the buffer register, and the program counter incrementer, the program counter and DPTR, data pointer. And here the interrupt and serial port and the timer blocks, interrupt, serial port and timer blocks. This is the next one is here the stock pointer, here EEPROM or RAM, and here the port 0 latch, here the port 2 latch, the port 2 drivers and port 0 drivers, here RAM and RAM address register. These are the functional blocks of the 8051 microcontroller. The functional blocks of the 8051 microcontroller. In this, all the necessary blocks are is present in this particular diagram. The 4 ports, the port 0 and port 2, here the port 1 and port 3, and the program status word along with the arithmetic logic unit and temporary register 1, temporary register 2, and the accumulator, the B register, here the program address register, the buffer register, the program incrementer, the program counter, the DPTR, and interrupt, serial port and timer blocks, the stock pointer, the EEPROM or ROM, and RAM address register. These are the major functional blocks of the 8051 microcontroller. The operation of 8051 microcontroller, first we are going to discuss the program memory. The program memory, the read-only memory which contains the programs to be executed. The read-only memory which contains the programs to be executed. We cannot write anything into it with an instruction. And 8051 has 8 kilobytes of internal program memory. The 8051 has the 4 kilobytes of internal program memory. We can connect up to 64 kilobytes of external memory, that is the ROM or EEPROM. Generally here the 8051 which having the internal memory of, that is the program memory of 4 kilobytes. We can connect up to 64 kilobytes of external program memory can be connected to the microcontroller unit externally. This is the program memory. Again, I am repeating the program memory. The read-only memory which contains the programs to be executed. We cannot write anything into it with an instruction. The 8051 has 64 kilobytes of internal program memory. We can connect up to 64 kilobytes of external program memory, the ROM or EEPROM, and program counter act as an pointer register to this. And next one is the data memory. The 8051 has 128 bytes of RAM, random access memory. The 8051 has 128 bytes of RAM, called lower 128 byte as RAM, in which data can be loaded. In which data can be loaded. The 8051 has 128 bytes of RAM, called the lower 128 byte RAM, in which data can be loaded. The lower 32 bytes are organized into the 4 register banks of 8 registers, each R0 to R7. That means each bank which having the 8 register. The banks are like bank 0, bank 1, bank 2 and bank 3. The each bank which having the 8 registers, register 1, that is the register 0, register 1, register 2 and register 3, register 4, 5, 6, 7. This area can be used as a memory or as registers, The lower 32 bytes are organized into the 4 register banks of 8 registers, each R0 to R7. This area can be used as memory or as registers. Only one of the 4 banks can be active at a time. Only one of the 4 banks can be active at any time. We can connect up to 64 bytes of external data memory pointed by DPTR or R0 or R1. DPTR, R0 or R1. This is the data memory. And execution of program. The program counter holds the address of program memory location and containing the next instruction. For example, if you are executing the program which having the instructions, the next instruction memory location can be held by the program counter. The program counter holds the address of program memory location containing the next instruction. By placing its address on the address bus, the instruction is fetched into the instruction register. By placing its address on the address bus, the instruction is fetched into the instruction register, and it is then decoded and executed with the help of timing and control unit. It is then decoded and executed with the help of timing and control unit. The architecture, that is arithmetic and logical operations, are done in arithmetical logic unit, that is the ALU. The arithmetic and logic operations are done in ALU. The data required during the execution is fetched from internal or external data memory or from the registers. The result of instruction is sent to the register or memory as specified by the instruction. The program counter is incremented, that means is plus, incremented to point to the next location while the instruction is being executed. That means whatever the instruction is executed, the next instruction, that means the next instruction, the program counter to increase their location. This process continues till the program is completed. This is the one of the important discussion about the, again I am repeating the execution of program. The execution of program. The program counter, that is the program counter PC, holds the address of program memory location containing the next instruction. That means the next instruction address location is holded by the program counter. By placing its address on the address bus, the instruction is fetched into the instruction register and it is then decoded and executed with the help of timing and control unit. It is then decoded and executed with the help of timing and control unit. The arithmetic and logical operations are done in ALU. The arithmetic and logical operations are done in ALU. The data required during the execution is fetched from internal or external data memory or from the registers. And the result of instruction is set to the register or memory as specified by the instruction. Specified by the instruction. The program counter incremented to point to next location while the instruction is being executed. This process continues till the program is completed. Next important block is the program status word. The program status word. The program status word. The program status word certain conditions arising after execution of an instruction are indicated by this. The certain conditions arising after execution of an instruction are indicated by this, also called the flag register. The various flags are available in the program status word. The carry flag can be represented as CY, that is the carry, and AC, the auxiliary carry flag, and RS1, RS0, the register bank selection bits. That means, for example, we are having the four banks, that is the bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, and bank 3. The bank, if you want to select the register banks, then in the program status word we are having the two bits, that is the RS1 and RS0 registers. Based on the RS1 and RS0 register, we are selecting the register banks. For example, in the RS1 and RS0 in the program status word 0 0. For example, here the 0 0. 0 0, that means if the bank 0 is selected, for example 0 1, bank 1 will be selected, 1 0, bank 2 will be selected, 1 1, bank 3 is selected. That means based on the bits available in the the program status word, that is the RS0 and RS1, the register banks will be selected. And VOV, that is the overflow flag. And P is the parity flag. And accumulator, again I am repeating this particular thing. The program status word, that is the PSW, the certain conditions arising after execution of an instruction are indicated by the program status word, and also called as the flag register. The various flags are available in the program status word, that is the carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, and the register bank selection bits, that is the RS1 and RS0, and overflow flag and parity flag. Next, accumulator. Accumulator, the name itself, the accum, that means it holds or it store the data, that is called as the accumulator. The most important register in the 8051 is the accumulator, used in all the arithmetical and logical operations holding one operand. The certain operations are permitted only on it. That means the one of the most important register is the accumulator register, and used in all the arithmetical and logical operations holding one operand, that is the accumulator. And certain operations are permitted only on it. Next is the B register. The used along with accumulator in multiply and divide the operations. Used along with accumulator in multiply and division operations, we are using the B register. Next one is the stack and stack pointer. Stack, the part of RAM used for saving the certain information temporarily, we are taking the stack register. The part of RAM used for saving the certain information temporarily, we are using the stack register. Operates in last in first out fashion. The stack register, it stores the data in a step by step, and it uh, remove or it sended the data in a last in first out manner. That means where it comes in the last in the stack register, that is first is removed or removed from the stack register, that is the operates in last in first out manner. And stack pointer, it points to topmost location of the stack that is filled. The points to topmost location, that is in a stack pointer, the topmost location can be filled by the stack pointer. Next one is the oscillator. Oscillator is the on-chip crystal oscillator. It needs a crystal to be connected externally. The on-chip crystal oscillator needs a crystal to be connected externally. Next important block is the interrupt control. It controls and handles the interrupts with the help of two registers. The interrupt control, the controls and handles the interrupts with the help of two registers. One is the interrupt enable register and interrupt priority register. The interrupt control, it controls and handles the interrupts with the help of two registers. One register is the interrupt enable register, second one is the interrupt priority register. The serial port control. It permits the serial communication with the help of two registers. The serial port register or the serial port control, it permits the serial communication with the help of two registers. One is the serial port buffer register, the serial port control register. The timing control. The operation of timers controlled with the two registers. One is the timer mode register and timer control register, that is the T mode and T-con. In the timer control block, operation of the timers are controlled with the two registers. One is the timer mode register, that is the T mode register, and timer control register, that is the T-con register. This is the entire discussion about the organization or the functional blocks, the functional blocks of the 8051 microcontroller. Here the first is the program memory. Program memory. Program memory, that is the read-only memory which contains the program to be executed and which having the internal external. That means that is the one of the important block is the program memory. And next one is the data memory. Then execution of the program, how to execute the program in the microcontroller. The program status word, this is the important block. Next one is the accumulator. Next one is the B register, stack and stock pointer, and oscillator, and interrupt control, and serial port control, and timer control. These are the important blocks in the 8051 architecture. That means the 8051 microcontroller, the important blocks of the microcontroller. Then the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The registers are used to store. The registers are used to store the data temporarily. The data may be opcodes or operands, or address of the memory location, or address of the peripheral. The registers are used to store the data temporarily. The data may be opcodes or operands, or address of the memory location, or address of the peripheral. The 8051 has the wide range of registers. These are classified as general purpose registers, the special purpose registers, that is the microcontroller unit related registers, and special function registers. The 8051 has the 8 wide range of registers. These are classified as general purpose registers, the specified purpose registers, the microcontroller unit related registers, and special function registers. This is the important register structure of 8051 microcontroller. In the register structure of the 8051 microcontroller, here the general purpose registers. The general purpose registers, the accumulator, the B register, and 4 register banks. Bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, and bank 3. Bank 1, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, and bank 3. The special purpose registers, important register, that is the program counter, stack pointer, data pointer, and program status word. The special function registers, the special purpose register, the microcontroller related special purpose registers are program counter, stack pointer, the data pointer, and program status word. The special function registers like T mode, the timer related, the timer control registers are T mode, Tcon, the timer control register, timer mode register, and the interrupt enable, interrupt priority, serial control, parallel control, serial buffer, and 4 ports. P0 to P3. This is the entire the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The register structure of 8051 microcontroller, which having the general purpose registers, the special purpose registers, the special function registers. The general purpose registers accumulator, B register, bank 0, which contains 8 registers, register 0 to register 7, that is the register 0, R1, R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, that is the bank 0, and bank 1 also which having the R0 to R7, the bank 2 also which having the R0 to R7, the bank 3 also which having the R0 to R7. Next one is the special purpose register, the microcontroller related registers. The program counter. The program counter, it holds the instruction. It holds the address of the address location of the address memory location of the next instruction. That is the program counter. Next one is the stack pointer and data pointer and program status word is nothing but a flag register. The special function registers, timer based control registers, T mode, Tcon, interrupt control registers, that is the interrupt enable and interrupt priority, and serial port interrupt, that is the SCON, the parallel port control unit, that is the PCON, and serial port buffer register, that is the SBUF, and 4 ports are port 0, port 1, port 2, and port 3. Here the accumulator, B register, and the 4 register banks, bank 0, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. The bank 0 which contains 8 registers, R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, and the same as bank 2, same as bank T, bank 2 and bank 3. This is the accumulator, B register, that is the general purpose registers, accumulator, B register, and 4 register banks. The register structure of 8051, here the special purpose registers, that is the program counter, 16-bit program counter, the flag register, 8-bit program status word, and stack pointer, 8-bit stack pointer, SP, and data pointer, 16-bit DPTR, and special function registers. This is the special purpose registers, and also we are having the special function registers. The special function registers are timer registers, the timer control register, that is the T mode and Tcon, and interrupt control registers, interrupt enable and interrupt priority, and 4 ports, serial SCON, PCON, and 4 ports, P0 to P3. This is the entire register structure of 8051 microcontroller. The 8051 microcontroller register structure, we are discussing the 3 important registers like general purpose registers, the special purpose registers and special function registers. In the general purpose registers, accumulator register, pay register, the four banks, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3, and special purpose registers, the program counter, stock pointer, DPTR and PSW. And special function registers, T mode, TCON, interrupt enable, interrupt priority, SCON, PCON, SBUF, P0 to P3 registers. Yeah, in the summary, in this class we already studied or we already discussed the block diagram of 8051 and its operation. The functional block diagram, normal block diagram, that is the basic architecture of 8051 microcontroller. The functional block diagram of 8051 and its operation. What are the blocks are there? What is the functions of each block? That is the first important discussion of this class. And the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. And frequently asked questions. Draw the simplified block diagram of 8051 and explain its operation. Simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. Like you have to draw this one and discuss with the block diagram what are the blocks available in the microcontroller, like 4 ports and 4 latches. That is the port 1 latch, port 3 latch in the top, down, top, port 0, port 2 drivers, and in the left side accumulator, temporary registers, arithmetical logic unit, program status board, timing and control, instruction register, B register. The right side, program address register, the buffer register, program counter incrementer, the program counter DPTR, and in the middle interrupt serial port and timer blocks. And in the left side we are having the RAM address register, RAM and RAM or EEPROM. This is the functional block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. And also you have to explain the operation of the 8051 microcontroller. In the operation you have to elaborately discuss about the program memory, data memory, execution of the program. This is the important one. Execution of the program. The program counter holds the address of the program memory location containing the next instruction. By placing its address on the address bus, the instruction is fetched into the instruction register and it is then decoded and executed with the help of timing and control. The arithmetical logical operation done in the ALU. The data is required during the execution is fetched from the internal or external data memory from the registers. The result of instruction is set to the register or the memory as specified by the instruction. The program counter is incremented to point to next location while the instruction is being executed. This process continues till the program is completed. After then we have to discuss the program status board, that is the flag register and accumulator. The most important register of the 8051 is the accumulator and B register, the accumulator in multiplication and division operations, the temporary register like the stock and stock pointer. After then oscillator, interrupt control and the serial port control, timer control. These are the operation of 8051 microcontroller, the functional block diagram of 8051 microcontroller and its operation. That is the first one. The next question is, they are asking the draw the functional block diagram of 8051 and explain its operation. Operation is both the conditions will be same, but they are asking the functional. First one is the simplified block diagram, means you have to draw this one, and the functional block diagram means in the previous one. Then you have to write the simplified central processing unit and on chip ROM, off chip ROM, parallel ports and serial ports, timer, bus control. This is the simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. The here don't confused. The draw the simplified block diagram of 8051 and explain its operation, means the simplified blocks you have to draw. The functional block diagram of 8051 and its operation means you have to draw the each and every functional block of the 8051 and explain the each block in a each block operation. After then you have to important thing is the draw the register structure of 8051 microcontroller. A register structure of 8051 microcontroller, you have to draw this chart. The register structure of 8051, the general purpose registers, special function registers, the special purpose registers, the special function registers, and then discuss the accumulator. These blocks also general purpose registers, accumulator, B register, the 4 register banks. After then the register structure of 8051, program counter, program status word, stock pointer and DPTR. This is the 3 important questions. The 3R is the long questions as well as the short questions. They may be asked the short questions in the form of like draw the program status word, draw the stock pointer, and what is the data memory, what is the program memory, the execution of the program. These all are the short questions the frequently asked in the examination. The quiz related questions. The internal ROM in the 8051 is, the internal ROM in the 8051 is 4 kilobytes. The 4 kilobytes internal ROM. Internal ROM in the 8051 is 4 kilobytes. Internal RAM in the 8051 is 128 bytes, not a kilobytes, is only bytes. Internal RAM in the 8051 is 128 bytes. The number of timers in the 8051, 2 timers. There is one universal serial asynchronous receiver and transmitter in the 8051. Only there is one. Actually here the option is correct. There is one okay, here only UART, universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter is present, but here they are giving the universal series asynchronous receiver transmitter they are given. That means here you are only having the universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. And dash is used as a pointer for the program memory. The program counter is used as pointer for the program memory. Dash is used as a pointer for the data memory, data pointer. The number of parallel ports in the 8051 is 4 ports. Amount of program memory accessed by 8051 is 64 kilobytes. Thank you. Again, which questions I am going to repeat. The internal ROM, the internal ROM in the 8051 is 4 kilobytes. Internal ROM in 8051 is 4 kilobytes. The internal RAM in the 8051 is 128 bytes. First question is clearly observe that the internal ROM read-only memory in 8051 is 4 kilobytes. The internal RAM random access memory in the 8051 is 128 bytes. The number of timers in the 8051 is 2 timers. Timer 0 and timer 1, 16-bit timers. There is one USART in the 8051. True or false? The statement is false. Why? Because here only one universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter is present. But here they are giving the universal serial asynchronous receiver and transmitter. That is the wrong one. And here dash is used as pointer for the program memory. Dash is used as pointer for the program memory. Program counter, that is the PC. The program counter is used as pointer for the program memory. Next one is dash is used as pointer for the data memory. Dash is used as pointer for data memory. Data pointer is used for data memory. Number of parallel ports in the 8051. The 4 parallel ports in the 8051. The amount of program memory accessed by 8051 is 64 kilobytes. In the class, I think all of you understand the important discussions. Again, I am repeating the same thing. The simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. You have to draw the simplified block diagram. This one, in the simplified block diagram of 8051, we are having the interrupt control, that is the interrupt control unit, external interrupts, central processing unit, oscillator unit, on-chip ROM for the program code, bus control, on-chip RAM, 4 input output ports. The address and data ports are P0, P1, P2, P3, and counter and inputs timer 0 and timer 1. The serial port, transmission of the data and receiving of the data. This is the simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller. And basic operation of 8051, you have to explain the each block. The functional block of 8051 microcontroller and working of various blocks. You have to draw this one, the functional blocks. That is one of the important topic and the important subject topic, that is the functional block. All of you must know the must remember the all the blocks in the 8051 functional block diagram, and also have to explain each block operation. For example, if they are asking the program status code, you have to explain the operation of the program status code. The program status code is nothing but flag register, which having the 4 flags, different flags, that is the carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, and overflow flag and parity flag. They are asking the accumulator, the block. The accumulator is one of the main important register in the 8051 microcontroller. All the arithmetical logic operations are, we are using the accumulator register like that. and also we are having the B register is nothing but accumulator with multiplication and division. We are using the B register. You have to explain each register and also program counter. The program counter is used to fetch the next, it holds the next instruction of the program memory location. The program incrementer, that means based on the instructions, the next instruction the program counter will be incremented. You have to explain each block its operation. After the register structure, what are the registers there? That is the general purpose registers. The register structure of 8051, we are having the register structure, general purpose registers, accumulator register, B register, the register banks, bank 0, bank 1, bank 2, bank 3. That is the bank 0, it consisting of the 8 registers, R0 to R7, and bank 1, bank 2, bank 3 also which having the 8 registers. The special purpose registers, the program counter, stack pointer, data pointer, the program status word. The special function registers, we are having the timer registers, the T mode, Tcon, interrupt control registers, interrupt enable, interrupt priority, and the serial port or the serial control register, SCON, parallel control register, that is the PCON, and the buffer register, S buffer, and the 4 registers, P0, P1, P2, P3. This is the register structure of 8051. This is the entire discussion about the architecture, the memory organization of 8051 microcontroller. I hope all of you understood this particular topics. These 3 topics is very important. The simplified block diagram of 8051 microcontroller and its operation, and the functional block diagram of 8051 and its operation, the register structure of 8051. In the register structure also they are asking the each registers and each blocks. This is the complete discussion about the today class. All of you, I think, understood the class. Then have a great day.